Today's top stories at NBR. Tova O'Brien must honour employment contract. Deal struck to buy New Zealand healthcare firm. Green Cross Health's full-year expectation up substantially. And there's more coming right up. Kia ora and welcome to NBR Today, a wrap of the day's top business stories from the authority in New Zealand business news since 1970, nbr.co.nz. It's Tuesday, January 25th. I'm Paul Brennan. Thanks again for joining us. Shares in infant formula marketer A2 Milk jumped as much as 8.3% on market after a vague report in The Australian suggested it could be a takeover target for Canadian dairy giant Saputo. By mid-afternoon Tuesday, the stock was trading at $5.82, up 6.8% from Monday's close of $5.45. Turnover on the NZX was about $5.1 million by 3 p.m. Tuesday, while about $41.5 million of shares changed hands on the ASX. Senior research analyst Awen Rimmer of Harbour Asset Management, whose funds have previously been significant investors in A2 Milk, expressed doubt about the likelihood of interest from Saputo. It feels very loose, he said. The tide race for attention and a shrinking pool of advertising dollars among the country's top media companies lies behind Discovery's quest to ensure Tova O'Brien honoured her employment contract with the company to the letter, legal and media commentators say. Monday, the Employment Relations Authority found largely in favour of Discovery when it ordered the former News Hub political editor to pay $2,000 for breaches of her employment agreement in not adhering to a 3-month restraint of trade with the company. While the ERA ruled O'Brien should have adhered to the restraint of trade clause, it also modified the 3-month restraint by 5 weeks to 7, meaning she is free to begin her new role hosting the morning show at Talk FM on March 14th. She will be competing against time slot king Mike Hosking on ZB and eventually new entrant Sean Plunkett on the platform in that slot. Reports say British private equity firm Intermediate Capital Group, ICG, has struck a deal to buy New Zealand firm Canopy Healthcare Group for more than $300 million. Canopy Healthcare Group is owned by Waterman Private Capital. The group comprises Canopy Cancer Care, which runs 5 private oncology clinics in the North Island, TRG Imaging, which runs 18 diagnostic clinics, and the Auckland Breast Centre. Canopy Cancer Care stemmed from the original clinic that opened in Epsom in 2012, which had expanded to 5 clinics when Kiwi firm TRG Imaging bought it in 2020. Canopy Healthcare Group's chief executive and sole director Tony Moffat is also director of Auckland Breast Centre and chief executive of TRG Imaging. COVID jabs and swabs have pushed NZX-listed Green Cross Health's full-year financial expectations up substantially, with the company forecasting a profit between 21.3 and 23.3 million. Green Cross operates as Unichem Life Pharmacies, the Doctors' Medical Centres, Total Care Health Community Nursing Services and Access Community Health, which have seen an increase in revenue of approximately 14% for the 9 months to December 31st. In an announcement to the NZX this morning, Chief Executive Rachel Newfield said the uplift was primarily the result of increased COVID-19 related activity, as well as the impact of recent acquisitions in its medical division. The full details of those stories and more are at nbr.co.nz right now. Tomorrow at NBR, Rocket Lab founder and CEO Peter Beck is once again spreading his wings into new airspace. I'm Paul Brennan. I look forward to being with you again from around lunchtime tomorrow for the morning's NBR trending stories. Then same time, same place again right here from 5:30 tomorrow for another NBR Today.